Hey everybody, this is Zeteo. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on becoming a vampire. So I'm just going to start out with... actually, I'm just going to go all muscle. That's how I like to start out as vampire. So to become a vampire, you basically just don't eat food. You just kill creatures. And you can either, eat food initially and then just stop eating food eventually and become a vampire, but I'm just going to go straight into it and become a vampire. So it's a little bit difficult because you can't heal after a kill like normal, so you have to just kind of stop and stand still and be patient and let your life regenerate, and hopefully you won't get killed. No, if you're lucky, you won't run into any creatures that are just going to kill you right away. Just run around and or you can just sit there and regenerate. One of the things you got to consider is your computer opponents as well as your player opponents will probably eat up the nearby food as you're fighting them. So you gotta try to chase after them rather quickly and try to bring them away from food. I'm gonna regenerate a little bit here. Because otherwise you're fighting them, they'll heal, and then you'll fight them some more, and they'll heal again because they'll find some more food. And then, like by that time, you could just be low enough on hit points that they kill you. So you gotta be really careful. One of the more important things about going vampire is getting enough fats and intelligence, because they boost life regeneration. Vampires, once you get 2 stacks of them, right? I'm still omnivore. I don't have any stacks at all. But once you get it, you start losing hit points. Like it drains your life regeneration. So one of the key things about becoming a vampire, to me, is having enough regeneration to counteract that. Because if you don't, you're just going to slowly die. And actually, really, there's 2 ways to really play it. You can either go really high on the damage and just a lot, or I should say damage and a lot of movement speed, and then hopefully you'll just run into enough creatures that your lifesteal that you'll get from becoming a vampire will just keep you alive. But you're probably still going to want to get some fat, so just keep that in mind, because it's probably impossible to do so without it. So let's see, I'm actually gonna get another fat. The way I like to go vampire is I get just a lot of regeneration to counteract the negative bonus that you get from it. So what that basically means is, you can either go vampire with the full the full degeneration that you normally get. Oh, that guy went into that cave. I'm gonna follow him. Hopefully that guy will follow too, so I can kill him too. Yep, totally did. I didn't get both kills. I at least got one though, so that's good. I'm just gonna sit here for a moment to regenerate. Actually, I'm gonna maybe find some creep. But yeah, anyways, as a vampire, again, you get a nice life leech whenever you hit a unit, so it's kind of like you're taking their blood, you're consuming their essence instead of food, so that's how you survive. I'm gonna go ahead and get another fats. Actually, I probably should have gotten another muscle so I can get critical strike. I definitely like getting that ability. It's a nice one to have early on. Definitely gotta avoid that plants for now. If I got that critical strike, I might have been able to kill that plants, but I did not. He's definitely a little bit stronger. So yeah, let's go find some more food. Shit. Luckily for me, I did not get hit by that. That was a computer unit using critical strike, and I probably would have just died if he actually hit me with it, but he hit a different guy. So yeah, I'm just sitting here regenerating a little bit. So yeah, I have my first vampire bonus. Now, if I had less than 5 games played, which I definitely don't, because I played my own game quite a bit because I like it. If I had less than 5 games played, it would display like, oh, you've gotten your first bonus, and that's true for any kind of bonus that you get based on food. So if I became a scavenger, it would say, oh, you got your first scavenger bonus, or herbivore, you got your first herbivore bonus, or vampire. But yeah, I played enough games that that's just not going to display. It'll display when this changes, when I get 2. Whenever you get 2 bonuses and something, your leaderboard status changes, and all that good stuff. So I just evolved. Still at only 1 vampire stack. Let's get a little bit more damage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get some more fats. So fat slows you down. I'm quite a bit slower now. Starting movement speed is 2.5. Right now I have 2.26. And so it's a little bit slower for me to find guys now because I don't move so fast. But that's okay because I can make up for it. In case you guys haven't seen the other videos, whenever there's a red ping like that on the mini-map, it means that a unit at that location uses Roar, which is an ability that basically just forces nearby units to run away a little bit or disorients them, and you get less sight range for a short time. Okay, so let's kill this guy off. Now again, I'm not eating any food. That's how you become a vampire. Just do not eat food. For the other ones, for food types, you know, there's Scavenger, which is basically just the opposite of Vampire. You just eat food and not kill anything. Oops, looks like I was just affected by unit using Roar. Yeah, it's a pretty large radius. The further away you are from it, the shorter the duration and the less it does to you. So it just kind of moved me around a little bit, and that's all it did. So let's kill this guy. Nice tasty blood. Gotta eat that blood. Alright, so I'm just gonna sit here for a moment, regenerate some. You know, all the sitting and waiting is gonna, it slows down your progression in the levels. And, you know, that's totally fine if you're becoming a vampire, because vampires later on totally kick ass. They're really good to have. So, it's definitely okay to just sit around a little bit and make sure you don't die. That's going to be the most important thing, is just do not die. No matter what you go, just do not die. And then, you know, if you go other stuff, there's various ways to not die, that are various abilities and things that ways so you don't die. Okay, so the game has told me that I'm now labeled as a vampire. So I got 2 stacks of vampire. That's when it starts labeling you on the leaderboard. And also, as a vampire, you have this new little buff thing. Basically, when you're not a vampire, there's a buff for when you're moving and a buff for when you're not moving, so that you get regeneration or not regeneration. What this does is basically just say, like, tells me as the creator, as the mapper, it just gave me a way to not do it, or to not have it, so you can regenerate or not regenerate. I'm doing a little bit of micro here, coming in and out of battle. Got that guy. I'm not gonna worry about if this guy heals. I'm gonna be able to kill him either way. I have plenty of fat, so I'm able to take some damage. Or I should say plenty of fat at this time. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video, the one I did on intelligence, but I only had 100 hit points at like the end point in the game when I died. So you're definitely gonna, well, if you're doing it this way, if you're doing vampire with a lot of regeneration, to keep up on, or you're gonna have a lot of fat, so it's a little bit easier to survive. So yeah, what I was just saying before though is this buff here. I don't know if you can read that, but it says, as a vampire, this unit regenerates while it moves. But it also, in most cases, is a negative regeneration. Attack units to heal. So it does a little bit more than what it says. It actually just gives you a small bonus in life leech, and it gives you a little bit more of a degeneration just to start you out with that degeneration. So you don't really see it on my unit because I just have so much regeneration. It counteracts it completely. Actually, is that going down slowly but surely? I just used the ability, so it went down, but let's see, 162. Oh, okay, no, it's still going up. Okay. Yeah, in a lot of cases, it'll be going down if you don't get enough fats. So definitely stack up on the fats. And it also just gives you more hit points, so if you do start degenerating, you have more hit points to degenerate. You know, if I only had 60 and I started degenerating rather quickly, you know, I'll die rather quickly. So it's just good to have some fat for that reason. So I can keep moving, I'll keep regenerating. That's one of the perks of being a vampire. Holy shit, that guy just got a double stun on me. That was like an instant I'm gonna die. Because I don't have enough fat or enough skin, you know, armor, in other words, to survive something like that. You know, so that's one of the negative things about a vampire. You know, if I'm getting health by attacking, and someone just stuns me a couple times, you know, then I'm probably gonna die. That's like how you kill a vampire. Another way you can do it is just by going range. You know, if I can't attack you, and you're sitting there just attacking me, and I'm degenerating at the same time, well, I'm probably not going to win that battle. You know, unless I somehow get a hit off on you. If you kite well, I'm probably not going to. Definitely got to run away from that guy. So, yeah, you should be able to see my life go up a little bit when I fight. I'm not going to fight that big guy because he might have a lot of damage. So I'm avoiding him. This guy's kind of big. Yeah, so my life goes up a little bit, but not enough for me to really take the guy, I don't think. Oh, okay. I used Stomp, so that actually just killed him. So yeah, my life goes up every time I attack. So I started this battle with this guy here with very little hit points, and I actually gained hit points after that battle. That's the power of Vampire. Now, of course, it's still being balanced. It's maybe a little bit too strong. I'm not sure at this point. I'm going to keep looking at it. But, you know, that's one of the things I do with this map is I just, or with any of my maps, I try to find something wrong with it so I can fix it. You know, that's my pleasure right there in a way. So Vampire might be a little bit too strong still. I've been kind of nerfing it lately, and you know, some of my friends that go Vampire really just don't like the fact that I'm doing that, but you know, I gotta make the game fair for everybody instead of everybody has to go Vampire to win. You know, the idea, of course, is that you have a lot of choices. So I am going to get a little sight. If you haven't noticed, as a Vampire, I actually have minus, it says right here, minus sight range. That's basically during the day. During the day, like, my vision of my surroundings will shrink. During the night, it'll grow. So right now it's still kind of nighttime. It's like just turning morning. So I can see a little bit still, but in a second here you should be able to see it shrink. I don't know, or soon. I don't really know when the time is exactly in comparison to the day. I just have it so that if it's nighttime, you know, then you get bonus. If it's daytime, you know, you get the opposite. As a Vampire, it's very nice to have Critical Strike. It does add on to your life leech, so if you do double damage, you get double the life steal. That's something I'm looking at, of course. I might have to take that away because it's pretty powerful. Let's see, what should I get now? A little bit of energy, a little bit of bats. I'll get a little bit more damage. Just kind of round it out a little bit. Kill these guys, I'll kill this plant. As a Vampire, I can kill plants and it won't reduce my Vampire-ness. And actually now I have 4 stacks of Vampire, which basically means there's 4 stacks of this thing taking away my life, and 4 stacks of this thing giving me better life leech. So my life leech is stronger than it was a moment ago. As you can see, my life just keeps bouncing up, and you know, this is where the true strength of Vampire comes from. It's supposed to be rather difficult to play. Right now it seems a little bit easy, so I might be nerfing it a little bit more soon. But yeah, my life is actually still going up, so I might force you to have to get more fat or more intelligence to counteract that. So yeah, I'll fight this guy, get some hit points, stomp on him. Oh, now this guy's trying to pick a fight too. We're gonna have to kick his butt too. Okay, so let's go try to find that guy. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stomp so he can't run away as easily. little bit of slowing action. And there we go. Okay, that guy's dead too. Not gonna eat this meat, of course. It's gonna... I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna go find some more dudes to kill. Some roar action going on at the top left and bottom left. Let's see, it's some more creatures to kill. So yeah, I'm thinking that this vampire is still a little bit too strong. You know, like my hit points are still not degenerating at all. Recently I made it so you get the stats, or the bonus is a little bit slower. So in response, the game is a little bit too easy for a vampire who doesn't get like a ton of negative degeneration, so I gotta balance it out a little bit still. Let's go in this cave and follow this guy. Just doing a little bit more fighting. This guy's pretty strong. Not getting too many hit points from him. If that guy stunned me a couple times, I probably would have lost that fight, actually. Something to keep in mind, in some cases, if you're willing to play a little safer, you should probably run away, but, for the tutorial's sake, I'm not going to do that. Just trying to get a little bit further in Vampire so that you can see the degeneration a little bit better. Yeah, that guy was easy kill. Okay, so it's past 20 minutes, so at this point all players are pinged on the minimap. Here I'm playing alone, so I'm only myself is being pinged, really. But every so often it'll ping my location. And that's just to help out with finding players to kill them. Because the point of the game is not to just survive and just run around with your friends and survive. Although I might add a mode like that. But the current mode is just to out-survive your opponents, and that means you should try to kill them. There's certain builds like the herbivore build where you run around and it's, you avoid damage from computer opponents at all costs. But if no players are trying to kill you, it's rather easy to just out-survive any other player. I mean, I guess that is until computer units start to really go range and get some damage, and then you just run to the wrong spot at the wrong time and they shoot you and you die. Whoops! Not mean to eat that food. As a vampire, if you eat food at all, you will get poisoned and it will take away from your stack here. Not like initially, but like it takes away from an integer that, if you get enough taken away, you will no longer be a vampire. So, if you start becoming something like you start becoming an herbivore, you don't have to stay as an herbivore. You can start eating meats and become an omnivore, and then if you really wanted to, you could keep eating only meats to become a carnivore. So all these stats that you're getting are reversible. You don't have to stick with vampire, and actually as a vampire, it's not a bad idea to eat food once in a while, just to take away that stack so that it doesn't stack up and give you a bunch of degeneration. Because that's probably going to get a little bit stronger in the future. Okay, so that was Roar from probably that guy there. So you can see the effects close up. I stop. Actually, I have Roar for myself. I just don't really want to use it since I'm the guy that's trying to kill everybody. trying to get some food I need to kill to eat. That's how a vampire is. So yeah, right now is daytime. I have very little vision. I don't know if you remember during the night, like I had much bigger vision, like like say this size here, something like that. So it was much easier to see and find prey at night. So just keep that in mind. You can boost your sight to increase that. Yeah, that might be nerfed a little bit too. So just to make it a little bit more difficult for vampire, because it is again perhaps a little too strong. So yeah, I'm just kind of... Oh, that guy was on blend. Kill some dudes. Oh, there's my tier upgrade. Still a level 6 vampire. What do I want to get, though? I am going to get... Let's get some sight. And let's get a little movement speed. There. So yeah, best time to avoid vampire is at night, because they will have the advantage with sight. And as a vampire, that's a good time to really do some hunting. It's better to regenerate during the day while you can't see very well. I can see a lot better now that I just got 2 into awareness. Actually, I have 3 into awareness total. So it's very, very helpful for being a vampire. The guy just stomped my ass. Okay, I gotta... Okay, a little bit of micro. Running away. Come back into combat. Use my... there we go. That's some critical strike on him. Where'd that other guy go? I want to kill him too if I can. Use some run. Oh, there's a guy. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. Critical strike. I'll also have, you know, plenty of abilities I'm not really using right now. Might have to use them right there. So yeah, I just stomped on one and then killed the other one. I was getting kind of low on hit points, and that's really when I try to use my abilities. Because otherwise I won't have enough energy to keep using them, so I try to use them only if I need to. Only if I'm going to die or something, so... Or if the unit has too many hit points or armor or something. Yeah, that's something that happens if you have low vision and you get roared. Your screen will be black, you won't be able to really see where you are. I just healed himself, and he used roar. Actually, it might have been something else that turned my screen black. I don't know, there's a couple of abilities that do things like that. Stomp might be one of them, so that could have happened. Stomp on this guy. Kill him. He's a pretty big beefy guy. 49 experience from him. Pretty good. Stomp. There, that guy's dead. Moving on to the next. Where's the next guy? Let's kill this guy. But yeah, I'm still at 3 lives. It's 31 minutes into the game. Just kind of killing stuff, you know, pretty easy. I gotta be careful now because I don't have that many hit points at this point, you know, in comparison. And like this guy here has Noxious Fumes ability, which is a passive ability that basically hurts anybody that gets too close. It's based on acid. If you have a lot of acid. Let's use that. Okay, I killed him. But yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but my hit points kept dropping pretty good because of that ability. Oh shit, I need to get out of here. That is Toxic Cloud. That's one of the best ways to kill players that have a lot of speed or players that are vampire. If I go in there and if I don't have enough hit points, my hit points will just drop and drop and drop and drop until I get out of... Whoops. Did not mean to eat that. I just killed myself by eating that. That was definitely a mistake. I just, you know, out of just used to eating food, just ate it and died because it poisoned me. Something to definitely consider. So let's get a little movement speed bonus. Okay, so now that I have 9 stacks of vampire, and the limit is 20. You know, eventually you will make your way up to 20 if you play long enough. But yeah, my hit points actually degenerate now. So yeah, that's how fast it is at 9 with however many, you know, I have 5 fat. I don't have any intelligence, which boosts life and energy a little bit further. But yeah, it does slowly kill you, even with 5 fat. You know, I'm still dying pretty significantly. Intelligence is really easy to get as vampire because of that. You know, it's nice to have that regeneration from it. But the abilities that you get from it at this time are not gonna help you very much as vampire. Like, you know, the ability to carry food, you know, that's not gonna help you at all. The ability to have an extended reach to pick up food is not gonna help you because you don't eat food. But eventually you will get the ability to use tools, like use these rocks and sticks that are on the ground here. I'm gonna do a little micro and hopefully kill these guys. I did a critical strike. I don't think I got the kill though. Got that guy though. Let's see if I can kill this guy. Oh shit, he used that toxic thing. Yeah, my life just like dropped there. Gotta be very careful. Careful in all this acid. It's everywhere. Well, I'm gonna get some hit points back here, hopefully. Oh, he used that toxic thing again. Okay. So what I was saying was, with intelligence, you can eventually you'll be able to pick up rocks and sticks and stuff, and that'll help you as a vampire. You know, like sticks, for the most part, give something. You know, depending on what stick it is, it'll give around like 20 damage, which is absolutely huge. Like that you know, of course, the balances of that it's going to be worked on. But yeah, that would help a lot in the vampire leech. I don't want to run into there because that's poison. Okay, I'll just go over here. Oh, there's some food. There's some health. Eat that guy. Okay. What to get? What's to get? Get some agility, so I attack a little bit faster and turn corners faster. A little bit easier to run around that way. Let's see what else kind of food can I find? This guy. I'll kill this guy. Some more poison on me. Yeah, this is version 0.8.9. So if you see this video and play the game while it's still in 8.9, just know that vampire is fairly strong. So beware if you see a player that has it. Wow, my vampire... Okay, it just jumped to 12. That's definitely a bug. I'm gonna have to look at that, for sure. Because that shouldn't have happened, but it's good that you guys will see how strong degeneration can really be. So... yeah, I really don't want to stay around in this poison, but... okay, I'll just keep killing this guy, and I'll regenerate some. Actually, I'll just kill this plant. Get some life off it. A little sight going on so I can see a little bit better. Oh, I got this ability Smell, which is nice at lower levels for sure. It's nicer at higher levels too. When you click it, it pings the minimap in either green or red in different locations. Green will be food or plant sources, either plants that are units like the needler or the Giga Blossom, or it'll ping food that is plants, so vegetation type stuff. In red it'll be creatures and meat sources. So it's kind of like you're smelling you smell something that's a I just definitely got some disorientation there. But you're basically smelling like what's around you. So I'll use it. You can see the mini map. Oh, there's plenty of everything around me, pretty much. As the game goes on, the more and more stuff spawns. To just make it more chaotic and more interesting and more difficult. So smelling doesn't really help too much because you're basically going to find it anyways. And that's why I pretty much said early on it helps a lot. So I should probably just kill this plant to heal up a little bit. I was a little bit... whoops, I didn't actually kill it. I gotta be really careful. Ooh, I gotta maybe get out of there because that toxic fumes, toxic cloud is basically... Oh shit, I just ran right... Whoops, that was a mistake. That's basically how you kill a vampire. Or somebody that doesn't have a lot of hit points. It's just, put toxic stuff around them and they'll just die. Okay, so now it's nighttime. You see the difference in vision. Like, basically, vision increases a lot more at nighttime for vampires, and just a little bit during the day. And the opposite is true for everybody else. So, if you're not a vampire, you'll get some pretty good vision during the day if you upgrade, but not so good vision at night. I'm gonna burrow so I don't die, hopefully. Oh, I'm actually gonna die that way with my degeneration, so I gotta be careful. Hopefully, oh darn it. I was trying to unburrow and attack that guy to get some life back before he did damage, but he got the first hit off and got me. Wow, this guy is super slow. Holy cow. 29.4 armor, but only 0.21 movement speed on creep. I think he just used, he just got off creep, that's why he's a little bit faster, but yeah, now's the point in the game, 41 minutes into the game, when, units start really doing some good damage. Like this guy, 60 damage ranged. It's, you know, whatever 9.75 plus 4 is ranged, which is a lot. I think he just died actually, but yeah, some of these creatures definitely have a lot of like good range stuff now. Like it didn't, you know, like for a while range was a little bit bugged, and now it's fixed, so I'm glad. Yeah, this guy here. This guy is, see how long that range is? It's just like absurd of like how far he can hit. And he has a lot of damage. But it comes at a high cost. His armor is negative 51, and he only has 100 hit points. So basically, you know, you just poke him and he dies. You know, so if you ever get close enough to kill him, he is one dead dude. Is this the same guy? Oh, no, but he's very similar. Minus 45 armor, 76 hit points, only 3 energy, but he has a massive damage in range. So basically, like 1 or 2 hits and everything's dead from him. So you know, it's very important to have sight at this time in the game, because you're gonna want to be able to see people like that are coming up. You know, you don't want to just run in there and have them see you and just kill you. So definitely a word of warning and advice to just have enough sight at this point, because this gets ridiculous. Because you definitely want more sight than the guys that can shoot you. And you know, because I can't make every single computer unit individually owned by different players, they all have vision of each other basically. You know, I have it so that they change ownership whenever they get close enough to another unit so that they actually fight each other, but they do still get vision. I mean, they don't get vision once they change, but you know, if they're not close enough, they won't change ownership or computer ownership, because there's what? Yeah, there's three creature computers and there's one for plants. But yeah, the ones that are on the same computer are owned by the same computer player. Will be able to see within each other's vision, so sometimes they'll shoot further than they can see, and that's something that's I'm definitely going to be looking at in terms of balance as well, because it gets a little crazy at times. But you know, 45 minutes into the game, like, the game should be very difficult, so I might just keep it for now. And yeah, this guy 135 damage, minus 21 armor though. This guy negative 14.5 armor, and very slow, but over 100 damage and 900 hit points. That's definitely something to reckon with. Some of these guys just have 0 range or sight range. This guy here, he's gonna die right there, but he had a ton of acid and I don't know, some other stuff too I didn't really see, but he could not see for shit. So you know, there's definitely extremes. Like, you can go extreme damage and just get like 200, 300 damage. But if you think about it, like, how much hit points are you gonna have? How much armor are you gonna have? Actually, you know, if I think about it, you know, muscle actually gives hit points, but it takes away armor. So, you know, you could have, say, like 100, maybe 150 or 200 hit points with that, but have like negative 50 or 60 or 70 armor on you. You know, so then every time somebody hits you, you know, the way negative armor works is, like, if somebody hits you and you have negative 70 armor, and say they do 5 damage, well, now they do 75 damage. It adds that amount to their attack whenever they hit you specifically. So, you know, that's definitely something to consider when you're looking at negative armor, because that is a lot. Like, it doesn't matter if you have 200, 300 hit points, but negative 70 armor, like, you're still going to probably die, because that is just so much. So anyways, that's how you become vampire. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the game even more. So yeah, just have fun with it. Look for some more videos if you're looking for other ways to play. I'll be posting some more and more as time goes on. I might do one more for today. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I'll figure it out. And yeah, again, just have fun with the map, and hope you guys have a good day. Zeteo signing out.